to unlock your peak performance, I'm going to go through a 4-phased approach that will help us to shift gears in our fitness to help us to become X-Fit, which if you've followed me on Instagram, you'll know that my handle is KingFit. And so everything that I put out on my Instagram is me reaching my genetic potential. So when I first started coaching, it was over 20 years ago. What I saw as reaching my genetic potential in my early 20s and into my 30s was natural bodybuilding. Wanted to see what my genetics could do. And I started helping coach people who wanted to bodybuild and get into men's physique competitions. But one thing I didn't know how to do back then was help people with a long-term strategy. In fact, it took my mom passing away at 47 years old for me to really take notice that our biology changes. And often there are patterns that we don't even realize that sneak up on us in our 40s and 50s that create these environments of disease, insulin resistance, testosterone resistance. And so much of what I learned then is employed in my strategies to help men unlock their best potential in this season of life. Common barriers to this program are dealing with time restraints, meal prep, overwhelm if you've tried something in the past, networking, and social events, travel demands. There's so many things that can often derail people's progress, and maybe you've had that happen. My focus is on sustainable fitness and a body that you can be proud of. I like to say that the one thing that I give people is the one thing you get when you look at yourself in the mirror after you get out of the shower, and that is confidence. And as we improve energy and confidence with how we're controlling what we eat, knowing how to navigate restaurants and travel, this improves how we work. This improves how we perform in the relationships at home. So I'm going to present this clear step-by-step roadmap to ensure long-term success. And I think it's important that if you have this dream body, this dream fitness, like Mike, who wanted to just coach his son in wrestling. He had done wrestling in the past, and so he always wanted to do that with his son as well, but he was almost 280 when we started working together. And we put a plan together that worked backward from the type of fitness he needed and the body that he needed. And sometimes that means achy joints. Sometimes that means relearning how to exercise, especially with his circumstance. He had hurt himself doing deadlifts. And so we had to really make sure that we were very conscientious as we moved into what did become the result of coaching his son. And every before and after has its story. And I hope to be the last fitness coach you'll ever need, because you learn how to think like the author. As we move through these different phases, you'll learn about why your body's better at putting out the trash, which means the waste product that we just build up that ultimately builds this acidic environment that can lead to disease and that has us feeling heavy and unmotivated and sluggish. If you're feeling sluggish right now as you watch this, there is likely a deeper issue. And so you'll learn how, through these 4 phases, to truly show up in life. So we have the valley phase, the ramp phase, the growth phase, and the peak phase. So in the valley phase, this is the foundation. This is where we realign hormones. We do things to enable your body to burn even more fat through glucose optimization. I'm an expert at how to utilize carbohydrates. You can still have the carbs, all the carbs that you want to have, but we're going to be very intentional in how we go about that. The ramp phase is about starting to see progression, increasing strength and stamina, finding more efficiency in how you're exercising, whether that's at home or maybe we build out a program that has you traveling a lot. My hope is that you're able to find a gym, and that's where we'll build things. And as we get into a growth phase, you're going to find in the beginning, there's weekly coaching. I'm updating your nutrition maybe every month, but in the growth phase, maybe we start to get into a rhythm where we find something that works beautifully, and we start to get into this new lifestyle approach. And your body maximizes recovery and stress management. You find that if you get your blood tested every once in a while, that your blood work starts to look better and better, and we solidify habits for sustained growth and peak performance. This is where fine tuning comes in. You master your energy, your focus, your fitness, your life. It's going to be amazing. And I'm super pumped to share this with you because it does work for the busy professional. It's designed to meet you where you're at, and we focus again on sustainable strategies. Everything meets you where you're at, and it grows with time. And that's why this is such a successful program. And your secrets are going to be that you also have others that are involved in group trainings. There are weekly check-ins with a fitness tracker. You will find that there's so much in the XFit community that helps to support your improvement. And so you've seen the roadmap. Don't wait to take control of your fitness and your health. If you haven't already, you need to fill out the application. Let's create a plan that works. There are so many reasons that the saboteur of 5 can tell us not to move forward. Lack of commitment is a key thing where is there really a best time? Well, there is no better time than the present. That's why today is a gift, right? And so reasons not to move forward could be the comfort crisis we're seeing in the world, where people just are so habitual in their patterns. But again, some of these patterns can sneak up on us, where again, our bodies can create these environments for disease. And you may be feeling it today with stubborn body fat, lower energy. You're not building muscle and strength the same way. You're finding achy joints. You're finding that you're not able to eat the same type of foods that you used to eat. And so reasons to move forward, a commitment to growth, long-term health as a focus, where this is something that can also come into a family culture. This investment of success will have dividends in every area of your life. I worked with a CEO or a CFO that he thought the season was completely over. And in just 5 months, we came down 47 pounds. He shed 13 inches from his waist, reduced his body fat by nearly 15%. Chris, he stopped booking any meetings in the afternoon. He was a busy entrepreneur, specifically in real estate. And he had this crash meal. He knew every time he'd eat lunch, he was going to crash afterward and fall asleep. And we have a strategy for that, as well as travel. Travel was something that was so discouraging. We have a plan. Denny came into the program having worked with a dietitian, which had him gaining weight. He was not going the right direction. He came down 52 pounds. He reduced body fat by 15%, 6 inches from his waistline. And as you can see in the testimonial, my only regret is not hiring XFit sooner. And that's just the thing. I mean, the sooner we can start moving forward, the faster.
My name's Jaden Olson. I've been a client of Lance's for going on 8 months. I am a peak performer. I own a 7-figure engineering business. I'm an avid real estate investor. I'm a father of 3 boys. I coach their soccer teams, and I love to travel. Lance's program has helped me navigate all these challenging aspects in my life that I have to manage on a daily basis. The travel is exhausting. The work is stressful. All these things add up in my life on a daily basis, and Lance's program has helped me identify and prioritize my health and fitness as a goal on a daily basis.
Hey y'all, just finished a great workout with my fitness coach, Lance King. My name's Scott Zach. I'm a 60-year-old business owner out of Nashville, Tennessee. I've been working with Lance for about 2 months now and ecstatic with my results. I'm losing body fat, I'm putting on lean muscle mass, and I'm getting to buy a whole bunch of new clothes because my old ones don't fit me. I love Lance.
Hey, just want to give a shout out to Lance King and his coaching It's been an amazing journey, and my health is not it's not a destination that you arrive at. Lance has just shared with me some very practical things that have extremely helped me. Originally lost 80 pounds, then we started building muscle. Now I'm intermittent fasting again, feeling great. Love you, Lance. You're an amazing coach. It's been a pleasure working with you. And I just want to share, anybody that's considering having a coach, sometimes you need that extra encouragement and accountability and push, because you really have to change your lifestyle. And I love what Lance does, one small thing at a time, custom crafted for you, your body type, your age, just kind of your life situation. And that's what's really put me over the top of making some major transformation. So thank you, Lance. Love.
Hey, my name's Taylor. One of my most favorite things about working with Lance and his team as I'm going through this fitness journey is the sustainability of the program. When that comes to diet, when that comes to exercise, I feel like I can do this long term and be able to maintain the changes that I've gotten so far. And as my goals shift and change in my life, I know that I can apply what I've learned and be able to adapt with those goals and take what I've learned and create those changes. Super amazing.
I started working with Lance King in June of last year, and I found phenomenal changes in my body, in my lifestyle, in my energy level. My goal was to basically have more energy to do things and activities with my kids and to feel better about the way I looked and just how I feel on the inside. Besides the weight loss that I experienced, I found a healthier lifestyle. I've been able to maintain the healthy habits that I started. I go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week. My weight has stayed low. I lost over 20 pounds working with Lance, and I gained insightful knowledge as to how the body processes food and nutrients, and a better way to exercise. I didn't know how to do all the exercise at the gym, and with Lance's helpful app, I was able to learn how to do that better, and how many reps to do, how much weight to do, when to do them, how to do them, with some helpful videos, and enjoyed the one-on-one calls, and just connecting with Lance in general. He's a great person I trust, and I would recommend his services and abilities to anyone looking to better their lives, not just from becoming stronger, but just overall getting a better balance in their lives and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. I started.
Hello, my name's Alex. I'm one of Lance's clients, and he asked me a very hard question. He said, if you had to choose one thing, what would you be most thankful for my program? There's so many layers to this program and so many layers to the success that I've seen, and it is very hard to narrow it to one because I think it's a combination of all. But if I had to choose one thing that I think has done the greatest results for me, is the constant change. Your diet changes, your nutrition changes, what you're eating, that when you eat it changes, your workouts change every single week. And I have never done that in all my life. Your rep schemes, the weight you're lifting changes. So that for me, I think has been the absolute biggest game changer, is constantly challenging the body to change, to adapt, has shown me gains that I can't even describe. I've never had them before. So I think that would be the number one thing. But again, there's so many beneficial layers: accountability, checking in, talking with Lance, working through things that make this whole thing work. So that's what I got.
Something I really appreciate and I felt like has been a game changer is the process and the design behind the process. We are moving through distinct phases for me and my fitness goals that they make a lot of sense. And Lance explains why. He explains why we're eating a certain way this time, and then what's going to come up next time. What are we trying to achieve? It just, everything is very well designed. There's a very high level of intentionality there. And I really appreciate that. I feel like my body has been responding well to that.